Hello, my name's Dan Harris. I'm the CEO of Neurodiversity in Business. We're a new charity that are launching today on March 22nd, 2022 in the House of Parliament. I'm really delighted to welcome here today Charlotte Blake. And Charlotte's a neurodivergent employee who's worked for a number of large corporates. And actually, we've worked together, haven't we, Charlotte?
Indeed, we have.
So I'd love to hear a little bit from you about the importance of neurodiversity at work programs, what it's meant for you personally, and just any insights you could share.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally for me, it's had a large difference in both my professional and my personal life. It's allowed me to kind of embrace who I am, and it's that phrase where it's bring your whole self to work every day. I feel like I can finally do that now, and now that I found the confidence and I'm comfortable in myself to talk about neurodiversity, getting involved in these sort of work programs is helping all those other neurodivergent colleagues or just friends or just anyone find their voice and feel that confidence and feel comfortable to talk about their neurodivergence. Yeah, I think the more it's talked about, it becomes less sort of a topic that is sort of hidden. As something that some people say there's things where it's hidden in plain sight, but we shouldn't really be hidden as neurodivergent individuals because we're just as awesome as everyone else in the world. Everyone's unique and individual, so why should we feel like we need to hide it? We should be embracing it and feeling confident and paving the way to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. And I remember probably about a year and a half ago, I was really inspired by a talk I went along that you were presenting, and it was a fairly significant audience at that company, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my previous department of around 200 colleagues. And it was sort of my first time ever kind of disclosing to my whole department my whole journey, and also just educating on neurodiversity in general. And sort of the response from it, I either had sort of colleagues come up and share their stories, or they'd recently gone through diagnosis for XYZ and they finally felt that they didn't realise there was a network and that there was a community and that there were people who understood. And there was also on the flip side where people came forward and just were like, it's changed their holistic knowledge of neurodiversity, and also it's made them want to educate themselves and like change sort of what their perspective on what they thought neurodivergent conditions are. And it's kind of back to your original post, which is what I reached out to you, like there's no look to autism and there's no look to neurodiversity in general. So I think you can't really tell what anyone's going through, whether it's neurodiversity wise, mental health, physical health. So I think the more compassionate and empathy that we have and wanting to learn from others and their journeys, the world becomes a better place.
Absolutely, and this is genuinely about making society more accepting of neurodiversity. And tell me a little bit about as well the reason why you've joined Neurodiversity in Business.
Yeah, I joined Neurodiversity in Business because I think I'm very passionate about neurodiversity and its being represented in society in general, but also especially within businesses and educational institutions. I think if I'd have had this support earlier on in my career, I probably would have started thriving and flourishing a lot sooner.
Right.
And instead of having things that I was just skills I had just to survive, I could have thrived a lot sooner. And I think I want to help kind of bring it to organisations and just fellow colleagues that there's neurodiversity in business. There's so much that we can do to help support businesses going forward, whether it's sort of coaching or just sharing sort of information on like neurodiversity and what employers can do to support their colleagues, or colleagues who may not be neurodivergent themselves but have a neurodivergent a spouse, children.
Right.
So I'm very passionate about making the world better for everyone.
Well, we definitely feel that passion, and thank you for your bravery, both speaking within the corporate world, but also you're speaking a little later in Parliament.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to do a fantastic job and represent neurodiversity. So thank you for coming today, and welcome to the launch of Neurodiversity in Business.